We're in the Easter season. Jesus has risen from the dead. But why did Jesus do this? Why this dying and rising? Well, because he is the Good Shepherd. A good shepherd first knows his sheep. He says, I know mine and mine know me. Jesus knows you. He knows me. He knows every one of us. He knows our joys and our sorrows. He knows our struggles and successes. He knows you because he has chosen you as his own. I know mine. You are his own. And he wants you to know his great love for you. Just think about this for a moment. St. John marvels about this truth in the second reading. See what love the Father has bestowed on us. We are called the children of God. So we're not just sheep, but we're also his children. Beloved, we are God's children now. Right now, you are God's child. That's important to think about. Because I know that sometimes I might question it for myself. Sometimes I think I'm not good enough. I fail. I don't deserve to be called his son. We don't deserve to be his son or his daughter. Yet so we are. Yet so we are. Beloved, you are God's son. Beloved, you are God's daughter. Now. You didn't earn this. Even when we sin, when we choose to follow our own path, even when we feel the weight of all of life's troubles, you are God's child now. And what does the Good Shepherd do for us, his children? We didn't have this as the responsorial psalm today, but I'm sure you have heard the words of Psalm 23 before. The Lord is my shepherd. There is nothing I shall want. Beside restful waters he leads me. He refreshes my soul. Though I walk in the valley of darkness, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, with your rod and your staff to give me courage. Jesus is this good shepherd, which means that he leads us like a shepherd leads his flock. Jesus leads us through whatever valleys, whatever shadows of death that we may come across in life, so that we can reach the green pastures and the restful waters. And notice in that psalm, it says that Jesus doesn't just tell us how to live and then go send us off to do it on our own, but he goes before us into it all, with rod and staff to protect us from all the assaults of the enemy. Jesus even leads us through the valley of the shadow of death. And he did this most literally, going through the shadow of death into his passion, death, and resurrection, the death on the cross. For he says in the gospel that a good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. So he says, I will lay down my life for my sheep. Even before you were conceived in your mother's womb, Jesus knew you. I know my own. He knows you. He knows his sheep. And he chose you and he loves you. Beloved, you are his children now. Jesus desires to lead you to restful waters, to green pastures, because he knew that you and I would face shadows and evil, both inside our own self, but also from without. And so he lays down his life for you and I. Jesus does this freely. He says, I lay down my life. Nobody takes it from me, but I lay it down on my own. I have the power to lay it down and the power to take it up again. Now, Jesus could have chosen not to suffer on the cross. He's God, so he could have stopped it all. But he chose to do the Father's will, not mine, but yours, Father. He chose to be a good shepherd, not a hired hand, because we, his sheep, are his own. When the wolves come, Jesus does not leave us. He does not run away. For he does not work for pay. He doesn't work for us only because we do things for him. He said that he didn't come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. The Good Shepherd also became the lamb of the sacrifice. The shepherd became one of the sheep, so that his sheep could be led through the shadow of death to the pastures of life. Jesus was rejected so that he could become the cornerstone of our lives, as Peter says in the first reading, that there is no salvation from anyone but him. There's nobody other than Jesus by which we may be saved. There is no other shepherd to guide us or one that we may follow. So see what love the Father has bestowed upon us. We are his children now. He has offered his life for us so that we would not simply remain where we are. To follow Jesus through the trials, through the shadows, to let him assist us in carrying our crosses daily will entail a change. We will be transformed if we let him. We're his children now, but what we will be has not yet been fully revealed. It has not been revealed to us all that we're going to have to go through during this life on earth. But we have a good shepherd to lead us. And we know the final pasture that he's leading us toward heaven. What we shall be has not yet been revealed, John says, but we do know that when it is revealed, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. The Good Shepherd has laid down his life for us so that we can be filled with his very life, so that he can make us to be like he is. And then at the end of life, we will be able to experience the fullness of the green pastures and restful waters where we will see him as he is.